Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Elaine, and in today's video I'm going to be going over what I've been sewing recently and my plans for the next couple months. Real quick, I just want to thank you for 245 subscribers. I know that doesn't sound like a really huge number, but to me it is, and I appreciate it. Be sure to give me a follow over on Instagram at MaryEllen_home. I share a lot more of daily content there, gardening, sewing, food, what have you. It's pretty fun, so I will link that down below. Alright, the first thing that I'm going to talk about is my vintage Butterick Sundress pattern. I don't have the pattern handy, so I do not know the number off the top of my head, but I will pop it up on the screen. I made it out of this beautiful blue and white gingham, about a 1/4 inch gingham. I will throw up a little clip of me wearing it. This was like a wearable toile, and I had a lot of fun making it. It was cool to see like the vintage pattern instructions, and I do plan to make this pattern again in a shorter version, but still the same v-neck, in a red linen. I have a swatch of it right here. It's this really pretty like cherry red. It's coming up quite vibrant on camera, but it's a little duller than that. I have it all cut out, and the only thing I'm going to change is the sizing. So in the blue and white gingham, I made a size medium throughout, and I think in this red one I want it to be a little bit more fitted, so I'm going to grade from a medium bodice down to a small for like the waist and the skirt. I think that'll give me a little bit nicer of a fit. I'm going to be using some like tortoiseshell buttons, not real tortoiseshell, but tortoiseshell looking buttons. I think that'll look really nice with the red. Next up, I sewed the Steamwork Elaine pants. I'll throw up a little clip. These pants were a little bit of a journey, I will say. I originally cut out a size 10, and I sewed it without the pockets, not realizing that I needed a little bit of the pocket, but the pocket added a little bit of length to the waistband, so like they were way too tight. So then I printed out and put together a size 12, and I did all the darts and everything, and they were just too tight still. So what I ended up doing was I took one of the darts out in the front, and I re-sewed the side seams as well as the inseam with a 1/2 inch seam allowance instead of a 5/8, and it fits a lot nicer now. There are some things that I think I'll do differently next time. I really do like the pants. I like the fit, and I like how it's you know, form-fitting through the waist and hips, and then it's just kind of relaxed. So I did have a little mistake on these pants on the waistband. I constructed the waistband backwards. So instead of, this is hard to tell, but this is the interfacing side, then this is the actual fabric. So this should be the fabric side, this side. So I mirrored it when I was sewing the pieces together, but that's okay. It's a minor detail. And of course, when I let out the 2 darts, I was short on my waistband a little bit, so I added on like a couple inches, and then that was fine. Also, I opted for a natural colored, really like a cream colored invisible zipper, and it's like way lighter than the color of the pants, but again, it's minor. I'll probably still wear these to work and stuff. I need to tack down the waistband to these darts. They say to stitch in the ditch at the darts to secure down the facing, so I'll do that. But yeah, overall I like these pants, and like I said, I think I will print out the size 14 if I make these again, which I'm sure I will at some point. It's not my #1 priority right now, but I will do the 14, and I think I'm going to leave out the pockets but still account for that extra bit of space in the waistband, like an inch or so I think it is. There, this piece here, this gap. The pockets really aren't very big anyway, and they just have this weird gaping on me, and I have that problem a lot with pants that I make. Not that I've made a ton, but the ones that I have made, it just gapes, and it's just easier to just leave them out and then add a little bit of fabric to this front piece. So I'll do that next time. The last thing that I made in the past couple months are the Carolyn pajamas from Closet Core. I'll throw up a picture of me wearing them. I just made a toile, so I just got some like cotton remnants from Joann, as well as some leftover fabric that I had, cotton fabric, and I sewed it. I actually really enjoyed making these pajamas, especially the shirt, because or the top. I was a little intimidated because of the placket and the buttons, but the instructions were pretty clear, and I also watched So Live's video, kind of tutorial or walkthrough of her sewing the pajamas, and it's nice to see somebody doing it, and it cleared up a lot of questions that I had. So that was really nice, and I'm glad that she had made a video on the Carolyn pajamas. I did a size 10 in the top and a 12 in the shorts, and the fit is great. The only thing that I'm going to change when I sew these again is I think I'm going to add 2 inches or so to the shorts, because I like a higher waist, and these probably hit an inch or 2 below my like natural waistline. So I think I'm just gonna add a couple inches and it'll fit me a little bit better. But yeah, I really enjoyed sewing these, and I think for fabric, I think I'm gonna sew them in a charmeuse or like a silky print. I think that'll be really nice and comfortable to sleep in. Alright, moving on to my future sewing plans for the next couple months. I have quite a few. The first thing that I'm currently working on right now is the Simplicity 9190 men's jacket. There's a pattern. I am making this for my boyfriend, and I've sewn the lining. I just went with this like wine colored lining fabric from Joann, and came out really well. I serged the interior seams. So for the main fabric and outer shell of this jacket, I am going to be using this dry waxed cotton canvas. It's from Blackbird Fabrics. The color is walnut, and it's coming up kind of green on here, but it's a little bit, has more of a brown undertone, like a warm undertone, but it's really nice. It's similar to the model on the pattern front, or pattern cover. This is more of like chestnut, or definitely a redder color, but either way, I'm going way too in depth on this color description, but I really like it. It's nice and light, but I think it'll be pretty warm with that silky lining fabric. It retains a lot of heat just from trying it on briefly. I am going to be sewing this in a size 38. So for the rib knit bands for this jacket, the neckband, waistband, and wristbands, I got a natural colored rib knit off of Etsy, and I got twice the amount that I needed. So I believe the pattern calls for half a yard of 60-inch width rib knit, and I got double that because I'm going to dye the bands to match this walnut color, or at least attempt to. I'm using the RIT dye, I believe it's RIT. In their website, they have like a color calculator, and they have probably 1,000 different colors and different shades of the colors that you can choose from, and it'll give you like the formula. So like X number of drops of this color, X number of drops of this color. So I found a color that matches pretty closely to this walnut. So I'm going to attempt that, and if that doesn't work, I think I'm just going to dye the bands brown. I think that'll look fine as a second option. So yeah, that is in the works. I'm currently cutting out the outer shell, and then I will sew that together, of course per the directions. And yeah, I'm pretty excited. I've never made anything, never made men's clothing, I've never made a jacket, so it should be fun. Alright, next up I am sewing the Sew This Pattern Sangria Dress. I really love how playful this dress is with the ruffles and just the shape of it, and you can add a tie if you want. I'll throw up a picture of what this dress looks like. And the fabric that I chose is this really pretty, I guess, damask. Is that how you say it? The pattern. Anyway, I like it a lot. It's different shades of blue. Just this darker navy and then that lighter, kind of like a cornflower blue. I don't know. I saw this fabric at Hobby Lobby and I just loved it from seeing it. So I think I just got 3 yards. I didn't know what I was going to use it for, but I think it'll fit nicely with this dress. So I have all of the pattern pieces cut out, and I am going to be using my overlocker to sew this, since it is a knit fabric. It doesn't have a ton of stretch, but a decent amount. So I am going to be using my overlocker for that. I think that'll be a lot easier than working with my regular sewing machine and a zigzag stitch, or you know, something other than that. I don't really have a ton of stitch options on my machine, so I think the overlocker will be the best route. I cut out a size 14 in the Sangria Dress. Alright, lastly I plan on sewing the Peppermint Patterns wrap top, and I got this fabric. It is a crinkle rayon from Joann. It's this really pretty lilac or lavender with these gold and white flowers, and I really love the look of this pattern of the fabric. And the peppermint wrap top is just pretty simple. I'll throw up a picture, and I think it'll be really nice with this lighter, like drapier fabric as opposed to like a linen or something like that. Alright, that wraps it up. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what I've been working on recently and what I plan on working on in the next couple months. Stick around for some more gardening videos and more sewing videos. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.